kids. No, we didn't have sun cream. But we've got it now, all right? So put it on. We didn't have after sun, did we? You know what we had? What after sun was back in the 80s? Fucking more sun. Until it went this colour. Do you remember that woman in the late 80s who only ate Wotsits for a year and she went orange? That's what it was like, wasn't it? When you sunbathed at the beach in the 80s. Just everyone walked off like red tomatoes all day. Didn't have sun cream? Jesus Christ. The only moisturiser. Now hands that do dishes are... That was the moisturiser, wasn't it? Fairy liquid. With a kid always trying to nick the fairy liquid bottle to make a spaceship. Piss off, mate! Go and play on the streets until it gets dark. That was it, wasn't it? That was it. Sun cream. No sun cream. I don't even bloody know. SPF. I saw Billy Connolly do a little stand-up routine recently, back in the 80s, where he said Scottish people were SPF 27, and everyone laughed. I thought, I've never worn SPF 27 in my life. It's always SPF 50, mate. It's a new world, isn't it? Give me a thumbs up if you ever applied sun cream as a kid. Nobody did. You go down the beach and you look across all the beaches and there'd be bloody great big holes all the kids were digging, weren't they, in the sand, everywhere you looked. You know why? Trying to get some bloody shade. I'm burning, Dad. Well, you haven't dug deep enough, have you? That was sunshade, wasn't it, in the 80s? Right. Oh my God. Calamine lotion sorted it out in the end. Yeah, I used to sit under one of those orange do you remember? Your Nan would have an orange parasol in the garden with the big orange and brown flowers. Do you remember them? With the white tassels around to stop the flies. There were a lot more flies in the 80s, weren't there? Is it me? We don't have the fly strips and those multicoloured ribbons anymore, do we, in doorways? You know why? There's not as many flies. Maybe there's been a fly cull. Maybe they didn't tell us about it and they eradicated all flies in the Matrix in 1990. That's what I reckon. And you had matching orange and brown chairs with the wooden armrests. Yeah? How did they hold us? Have you seen those chairs since? I've got one that I take around on the Bring Back the 80s show. They are the most brittle... I mean, we were slimmer back then, weren't we? Let's be honest. Nans stood sideways and fucking disappeared. Everyone's nan was either skinny or fat as hell. No one had a normal-sized nan, did they, in the 80s? Most nans these days are still trying to look after themselves, but in the 80s, they either turned sideways and vanished or turned sideways and half the garden went into shade. We've had... Yeah, flies were bigger. I remember flies being bigger, don't you? Flies were big. You used to sort of bat them away and you go, oof. I think I've hurt my hand. And they go and sort of drift back. A bit of turbulence for the fly and a bit of a bruise on your hand for the blue bottles. You don't see blue bottles anymore. There are always these exotic flies in the kitchen. You look at them, they've got a bit of red on, a bit of a green. You think, oh, fucking hell, stay clear of that. What's that? Bloody immigrant insects coming over here and stealing our... shit. I remember my grandpa's lounge roof being almost orange from his constant pipe smoking. Oh, I know. Pipes. Hello, Kerry. She's worked out a type. She's a few sheets to the wind. Pipes were a thing, weren't they? Pipe smells were quite... The smell of a pipe was quite nice, wasn't it? And do you remember you'd go in your dad's garage or your granddad's garage or your great uncle's garage and it would have that smell, wouldn't it? That smell, a mix of tobacco and oil and anger. Because men, when they couldn't get to the pub, would go in the garage and spend the whole fucking... I mean, they still probably do. I'm not a man like that. I like to help out, do a bit of housekeeping, house cleaning, whatever they call it, folding of things. I don't really need folding, but I fold them because it makes the wife happy. You know, those sorts of things. Can you fold that? Why? Just fold it. That's week 1 of marriage. And after that, you never ask why you're folding anything anymore. You just fold it. A particular way as well, if you don't mind. Don't just fold it. Many a towel I've folded, and they've ended up like pick a colour, pick a number. Do you remember them in the 80s? Like that. Pick an 8. Oh, you're going to be kissed by a girl in the second break. One of those ones. Green. You do it really quickly, like it made a difference. Quick, pick a colour, pick a number, pick a colour, pick a number. 6, orange. Okay. I don't know why I did the moving thing. But yes, I've done towels like that many a time and got in a lot of trouble. Who soldiered this towel? One of the kids. Ground him.